Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to learn about how can you plan for DevOps. My name is Sushant Sutish, and I'm your trainer for this Microsoft Certified Azure DevOps Engineer Expert certification course. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Let's start with understanding how can you separate transformation teams. Unless you're building an entirely new organization, one of the big challenges with any development transformation project is that you will be taking actions that conflict at least in some way with ongoing business states. There are many aspects to this. The first challenge is the availability of staff. If the staff members who were leading the transformation project are not involved in existing day to day work within the organization, it will be difficult for them to focus on the transformation, particularly if their existing role directly impacts customer outcomes. We all know that the desperate situation that involves customer will always win over a long-term project like DevOps transformations. Another issue will be the way that the organization currently operates. Existing processes and procedures have been implemented to support current business outcomes. The disruption that is required for a true DevOps transformation will usually end up challenging those existing processes and procedures. Doing that is often very difficult. Dr. Vijay Govindarajan and Dr. Chris Trimble, in their books Beyond the Idea How to Execute Innovation, has researched what's involved in allowing innovation to occur in organization and noted that when this is successful, it's often been in spite of existing organizational processes. They concluded that it only works where a separate team is created to pursue the transformation. For DevOps transformations, the separate team should be made of staff members, all of whom are focused on and measured on the transformation outcomes and not involved in the operational day to day work. The team might also include some external experts that can fill in the gaps and help to advise on processes that are new to the existing staff members. Ideally, the staff members who were recruited for this should already be well regarded throughout the organization, and as a group, they should offer a broad knowledge base so they can think outside of the box. So, how can you define shared goals? Most management courses would tell you that if you want to change something, you need to make sure that it's measurable. DevOps transformations are no different. The project need to have a clearly defined set of measurable outcomes. The outcome should include specific measurable targets like reduce the time spent on fixing bugs by 60%, reduce the time spent on unplanned work by 70%, reduce the out of hours work required by staff to no more than 10% of total working time, remove all direct patching of production systems, etc. Please note that one of the key aims of DevOps is to provide greater customer value, so outcomes should have a customer value focus. Let's understand how you can set up timelines for your goals. Measurable goals also need to have timelines. While it's easy to set long term goals, it's also easy to put off work when you know it's not needed for a while. While overall projects should have timelines that span anywhere from a few months to a year or two in any DevOps transformation project, it's important to have a constant series of short term goals. Every few weeks, the improvement made should be clear and measurable and ideally also observes the organization and or its customers. Clearly, the timeline should not be too short. They should always be challenging yet achievable. A review should occur after each short term goal to assist in planning the next one. There are several advantages of the shorter timelines. One key advantage is that it's easier to change plans or priorities when necessary. Another is that the reduced delay between doing work and getting feedback helps to ensure that the learnings and the feedbacks are incorporated quickly. Finally, it's easier to keep organizational support when positive outcomes are apparent. That concludes this lesson. In the next episode, we are going to learn about DevOps project selection. So I will see you on the next one. Until then, take care.